alligator. I'm a mama, papa coming for you. I'm a space invader. I'll be a rock and rollin' bitch for you.
Welcome back, Junkies on 106.7 The Fan. What is the moon theme here? What is this song?
You'll have to ask Drab T-shirt.
Drab?
This is the first I'm ever hearing of this song.
David Bowie.
Or Bowie.
Bowie.
David.
You're not serious, are you?
David Bowie, yeah.
David Bowie.
I'm doing a bit. I'm doing a bit.
No, you're not.
You don't think I don't know David Bowie?
We're from Bowie.
Get a fling with Mick Jagger.
That's David Bowie.
Yeah, David Bowie.
Did David Bowie and Dave McJagger, didn't they like spend a night together or something?
I have no idea.
Is that like the legend? Shocker Drab's all up on those
Drafted
details.
before Michael Jordan.
Sam Bowie.
Yes.
This is called Moonage Daydream.
I'm not a David Bowie guy. I mean, I'm not saying he's not great. I'm unfamiliar. Sorry.
Neither am I.
Sorry.
I'm not really a Billy Idol guy, although when I saw him at the HF Festival,
How could you not have been
but
a
he's pretty
Billy
good.
Idol guy? I mean, that was like right while we were growing up.
I wasn't
He was
really
huge.
Billy Idol either.
I equate Billy Idol and David Bowie.
And you know what? EB's gonna be
I was
sized.
more of a Missy Elliott guy. Sorry.
Later in today's show, we're gonna give away a pair of tickets to a concert that EB would be sized to go see at the Fillmore.
Is he going
All right,
to
hold on.
be into club?
Boys to Men.
Nope.
Into
JP just mentioned his biggest hit.
What's
Huh?
the clue?
Into
You're
club.
listening.
50?
Fitty, along with G Unit at the Fillmore in Silver Spring.
Sounds like it'd be a rough crowd.
But hey, you never know.
I would dig the show.
That's coming up next Thursday night. They'll be in town.
I've heard legendary stories about like 50 Cent like holding up club promoters and radio stations hostage. Have you heard these stories?
I have not. I still slap my knee when I think about him calling out Floyd Mayweather about reading a page out of a Harry Potter book. It makes me do this. Makes me slap my knee until it's red.
50 is funny. He's definitely a funny dude.
He is funny.
But apparently, and this, I don't know, I'm not going to say only 50 does this, allegedly, but I mean, I think sometimes some of these concerts, these guys in the hip hop world, so let's say a radio station promotes.
Right.
They're having a concert. And then the night of the concert, the radio station shows, and the guy's like, oh, yeah, I need another 50K or I'm not doing it.
Right, and they want it in cash money, too.
Yeah.
They don't want you to stroke them a check.
I need it. And then the radio station's like, what are they going to, they can't cancel it.
They say, okay.
Yeah. I mean,
That's brilliant.
Do you think that still happens?
Allegedly, those kind of things happen
That would be
all the
like
time.
us going to the Washington Auto Show. And before we start our appearance,
Right,
us,
the hands-on
us going
contest.
up to Kevin Riley, who runs the auto show, and strong-arming him and saying, we're not going to do this for our normal appearance fee.
Right.
We need another $2,000 in a duffel bag.
Right.
If you expect the silliness that is a,
What do you think he would do?
Junk's appearance at the Washington Auto Show.
What do you think he would do?
He would say,
Kick rocks.
Get the F out of here,
Right.
you monkey.
Right. We don't have that kind of juice.
Have somebody else do it.
I've heard that some of these shows, like, you have to pay these guys in cash. Like, literally, duffel bags in cash.
Oh, it's a brilliant business scheme.
I mean, it's
Nate,
a
you
show.
know what?
And, like, these guys will do, like, 3 clubs in one night.
I think the last time I was paid in cash
unbelievable.
for anything, the last time I was paid in cash, I was mowing lawns with EB.
Oh, no, the last time, well, I don't know. I don't want to help
That's not
myself.
really true.
The last time I was paid in cash for an appearance, it was in Baltimore.
Yeah.
And there were scantily clad females
That's
working,
happened.
at,
That's
working
definitely
at the
happened. I forgot about
appearance.
that.
Strip Yeah. clubs. Yeah. Strip club appearances are often paid in
Those,
cash.
those might get paid in cash money.
That was like 10 years ago.
Been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while.
You don't remember the name of our lawn service?
Top
EB?
hat.
hat.
I definitely do.
Top
yeah, it's
hat.
Top Hat.
Top hat.
That
One
was
of
like
them.
that was the only
Doomed
logo.
Business
that we could-
Enterprise.
That worked. What are you talking about? No overhead. And we had like 3 lawns.
I think we had 10 at our peak, but half of them burned.
Hey, that's less work for you.
Well, we weren't responsible for watering. That was on
Right.
them. And we
It was
didn't
the
have
laziest summer ever.
Yeah, you
we didn't
dopes
have a
just-
truck or we didn't have a trailer. We just had the old Malibu with the trunk open, and we would drive around town with the mower
That
sticking out
hoopty.
with the mower sticking out the back of the car.
I definitely had a Malibu until I crashed it.
EB and I,
Hoopty.
we had one lawn. We thought we were like just making so much money. It was $40. The guy hooked us for 40. We
Oh,
thought we were
that's a
cleaning
banana.
up.
At your age, what are you, 13?
No,
Well, because-
It's a
we were-
windfall.
We were like 18.
It wasn't 14. It was like the summer of probably after our freshman year.
Yeah.
It's just completely
Oh,
lazy.
you
We
guys
needed
did that
jobs.
after college?
Yes.
You started college or mowing people's
Well,
lawns?
it beat a regular job.
I guess that's true.
I just had a bad
you know what?
experience the summer before at Kitty City.
I can't throw too many stones. I was selling cotton candy, like in Houston.
Yeah, but you were making money. Like, we would make that $40 in like 20 minutes, then we were done for the day.
I'd go home and say, my dad would be like, what are you doing, man? You got to get a job. I go, Dad, just mow the lawn. $20.
Well, plus, I would also take out an extra rack of cotton candy that wouldn't get reported to my boss, and that was pure profit.
Right, well, you were just
I've already talked about this. You know, this is no.
You're finally owning this.
Oh, I've owned it for a while.
Yeah.
It was part of the biz. It was part of the deal.
How many jobs did you scam? I can think of 3.
How many jobs have I scammed in my past? Subway at college, when the boss told me, "Oh, you're gonna close the whole store by yourself. You're gonna count the money down. You're gonna mop the floors. You're gonna do everything for minimum wage. And then if you want a sub, you can ring yourself up for half price for a sub." Yeah, you think I did that when I was the only person in the entire building? I'm sure I did that. I brought home subs for everybody on my floor.
But you didn't like short the register, did you?
No, I didn't physically steal
money
money out of the
do
register.
that. They just short the register. That's the easiest gig ever.
Now,
you just don't ring it up.
I did that move when I worked waiting tables. I would basically just pocket the money.
Actually, the more I think about it, EB, this is
terrible human being,
embarrassing.
Case.
Yeah.
The more I think about it, I think our lawn mowing business might have been like after junior year of college, because I worked at Wild World after I graduated high school. Cakes was my boss there. Then I worked at Jasper's in Greenbelt. Now there's a Jasper's in Largo.
Mm-hmm.
Then I worked at Langway's for like a year and a half.
Paddles of that franchise is back.
I worked at Langway's in the summer, but then I worked there like another 6 to 9 months. It might have been like 2 years deep in college.
You're getting caught up in the minutia. No one cares. But we were.
It's embarrassing.
We weren't 14.
Yeah.
And we drove around with a mower sticking out of the back of a regular car.
Yes, sir.
Like most people, if you have a landscaping business, you use fake like you have a trailer.
We legitimately
We didn't even have a hitch.
would mow at the most 2 3 lawns in a day.
My
can't remember
my
that.
real money stealing opportunity that I let go by the wayside was back when we worked at Wild World, which is now Six Flags.
Mm-hmm.
They would have a big country music fest every summer where they would bring in like 3 or 4 country music acts. Every redneck in D.C., Maryland, and Virginia would go out to the park. They would drink beer all day, get hammered. They would let underage kids pour the beer off the beer trucks, because at that point they didn't care.
Just had to handle the mob.
And yeah, you're just stuffing money into your pocket, into your till, like for 8 straight hours. People coming and collecting it.
Right.
And I'm just like, well, I've got like $2,500 on me. Why don't I just stuff it down my pants and walk out of here?
Because you had to walk over to cash control to hand it in.
You basically got searched on the way out. That's the reason.
Oh, is that what happened?
Oh, yeah. I mean, if they let a 17-year-old dope like me handle all that money, they're definitely going to search you on the way out. Not going to let you walk out with fistfuls of cash.
All right. A lot of people here still want to chime in on the call. What are you gonna have? We have to add gate to it. Call gate?
Carol gate?
Carol gate. It's a controversy. That's the bit. Let's go to line 1, whoever that is.
Lurch is sick today. Lurch gate. Carol gate.
Let me see here. Let's go to Bob Frederick. Hey, Bob. You're on with the Junks. Bob, are you there? There he is. Great phones.
There?
Hey, buddy.
Right. EB, you'll appreciate the story because I know you're such an OAR guy.
Yep, love
so
those
when
guys.
they were in college, the deal they would make with when they would play local shows was the arrangement they had with the club owner was they would collect the door money.
Right.
And so they would just take the door money as people came in, stuff it in a duffel bag. After the show, they'd take it home, pour it out on the table in their apartment, and chop it up.
Right. Yeah, no, I've heard those stories. Those guys have told me, and they were chopping up significant amounts of money.
Yeah, what do you think they're chopping up now?
Amounts. Well, now
Yeah, I know.
Stupid money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Thank
and
you.
as a college kid, I mean, basically turned a blind eye to the tax man at that point. Money at the door.
That's Cakes' bit.
Come on. Come on. Who's going to report all of that?
Me. Let's go to William in D.C. William, what's up?
What's up, guys?
Hey, William.
Show.
Thanks.
What do you think the odds are that Brady gets out of the end zone and doesn't get a safety when they were on the half-yard line?
I think that he's the best at sneaking. I don't think it would have been a safety. I think he would have lurched forward, and they wouldn't have been.
Did you
would not have
read
been a safety.
Belichick's lips there at the end when he was talking to him?
No.
He said, "Don't F around." right? So, I mean, obviously, he was just like, if you're going to kneel this, like, boom, boom, don't no messing around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, buddy. I thought maybe they were going to take. I didn't know how that whole thing was going to work out. Let's go to Cody Winchester. Cody, what's up, man?
Hey, I think it was a terrible call at the end of that game. You got beast mode in the backfield. He's guaranteed 1 yard. He's the Super Bowl. He's hyped up. He's going to get that 1 yard.
I think it's fair to say that, Cody, but I don't think it's guaranteed.
It's not guaranteed.
I think it's fair to say that he's your best player on offense and that he's a beast. Obviously, and he had just gotten 5 yards. I think those are all fair. But I think also you're being a little unfair to the other side. That there is also, you can also make an argument, I think, for a pass there. That's all. You don't have to say it's the number one option, but I think it's an option. I think it's reasonable.
On third down, you call that timeout if he doesn't get that yard, then go with that little slant play.
Well, then you're kind of forced to on third down. You're kind of forced to because everyone knows you're going to pass. That doesn't mean you can't be successful on it, but if you want to maintain the element of surprise, I think a pass on second down does make some sense.
Yeah, I guess.
You're just not expecting to throw an interception. It didn't happen all year in every NFL game. Do the math on that. How many games are played? How many games are played a week? 16 a week?
Every team plays 16.
Times 16. What's 16 times 16? 16 times 10 is 160. 6 times 16 is what?
96.
Okay, so then 250-odd games?
256.
Whatever that is. In 260 games, 103 times that situation had played out, there had been no interceptions. Malcolm Butler made the play of the century.
But the question is, out of those passes, which weren't interceptions, how many were touchdowns? And how many runs in those situations were touchdowns? Because a run is more likely to get in.
I don't know that that's true. I don't know that that's true. I think also probably runs. I bet you there are fumbles in those 100.
Some you'd have to look at it all.
Yeah.
I think the Seahawks in that situation, 7 out of 10 times that year, had run. 30% of the time they had passed. Well, so it wasn't like they never passed in that situation, but they were more likely to run.
They're on the 1 yard line 2 weeks before against the Packers, end of the game. Packers are in the goal line situation, and Russ walks in the end zone on a read option. Walked in right before the onside kick.
But you understand that read option wasn't really available for Russell throughout that game, through a lot of that game. That linebacker was staring right at him when he was handing off the ball to Marshawn.
Well, then Marshawn would have set up perfectly for a 1 yard gain. I mean, I'm with you. I don't think the pass was the craziest thing.
Yeah. The defense had 8 men in the box. The problem was the personnel that Carroll and Bevel, whoever decided that they wanted to go out there with 3 receivers and try and spread them out. They didn't have a fullback in there. It wasn't like they went I formation. They were in kind of a read option look.
Well, this is what Pete said. Limited them. Didn't make any sense. He said, well, they were running their goal line defense, so we wanted to throw it there. Well, they were going to run the goal line on third down and fourth down, too, when you said you were planning on running it. So
And I can't excuse him. In the end, I can't excuse him. It was unfathomable to me.
Yeah, it's fine. I have a difference of opinion. I can excuse it. I don't think it's inexcusable. Now, old school, I know the Redskins, those old hogs, they'd brag about calling out their plays to the other guys. They say, we're going to run.
Dare you to stop
We're going to run 40 gut or whatever. We're coming right at you.
If they had their goal line personnel on second down, I'm guessing they had their goal line personnel on first down, and they handed the ball to Marshawn for 5 yards.
Well, you're guessing there. You should check it.
Bob Ryan from the Boston Globe is going to join us coming up at 8. He'll give us his take on the Patriots and Tom Brady winning their 4th Super Bowl.